Hello and welcome to Hobbyist Extraordinaire, where today's hobby is painting press-ons. I'm going to walk you through how I did this Halloween nail set, which is my current set for Halloween. Also, please don't mind the dog noises in the background. If you have dogs, you already know. Let's jump into it with one coat black as my base coat. A lot of these are going to be Holo Taco. Not going to walk you through the technicality of painting a nail. Way better videos on YouTube for that. Far more educational videos than any of mine are going to be. I have very shaky hands. I'm doing my best. So I go ahead and slap that base coat on all of my nails. Again, for the consistency, I like the underneath to all kind of look the same, regardless of what's on top. And then even though it is one coat black, I just slap another coat on there for my own personal preference. And then I'm going in with not milky white. Hello, another Holo Taco. On the nails that are going to have a slightly brighter color over the top, the white just lets the color actually be saturated. Speaking of brighter colors, oh my gourd, perfect orange for Halloween. Slap that on the couple of nails. Those are going to end up with orange and black stripes, so I like to do the orange base coat. Not pressed, which for some reason everyone seems to believe is the ugliest Holo Taco nail polish color. I highly disagree, especially when it comes to Halloween. Perfect Halloween green. Went ahead and slapped those on the middle nail. Slap a second coat on all of those. Sometimes I'll do a third just for full saturation. So then I'm taking the Oh My Gourd, and with my shaky hands, I'm going to do my best to create a little pumpkin outline. And like I said, I'm doing my best. If it looks good enough, I am happy. I'm not a professional. I'm not doing these for clients. These are literally just for me, for fun. I'm just sharing my hobby with you. Obviously, you need to let these dry in between layers, and I mean fully dry. I'm usually painting other nails or doing other things while they're drying, playing video games, playing Moonstone Island. And you will notice I do a lot of layers. And then I slap another little bitty pumpkin on the other thumbnail. And now it's time to slap a second coat on those little bitty pumpkins. And again, third coat, not entirely necessary. Sometimes I just prefer to do it to make sure it is as thick as I intend for it to be. Now we're taking Scorched Earth. Love an iridescent shimmer from Holo Taco, and I'm just slapping that on top of my not pressed middle fingernail. Just wanted it to look orange and green at the same time, and this was the perfect way to do it. Now for bunging, I'm taking the not milky white again, and I'm using Banana Hacks because it is the perfect yellow for what I'm doing. And then, of course, going to use Oh My Gourd. Now, if you can't already tell, these will be my candy corn nails. Perfect 3 shades for candy corn, in my opinion. Go ahead and slather, and I mean slather the nail polish onto the sponge. That's how I like to do it. It just works better as far as saturation, in my opinion. Okay, and then I'm taking my nail and I'm gonna dab to make your nails fab. Please tell me someone else remembers that. Just dab the shit out of it. I dab the shit out of it until I hate them, and then I keep dabbing until I don't hate them anymore, and that's usually the sweet spot. That might sound ridiculous. I just keep going, realize, oh no, this looks terrible. I keep going. At the end, I'm like, okay, that's doable. And then when you trust the process and put a nice shiny top coat on top, all of your worries disappear and you realize, girl, just trust the process. This looks great. This is Finger Paint's gel-like top coat. I have to be completely honest, I hated this one, but I was out of Holo Taco Glossy Taco, and this was just what I could find at my local Sally's. I did end up using Finger Paint's regular top coat, which is so much better than this gel-like, but the gel-like top coat is what I had, so it's what I used for these particular nails, which was fine because I cover it up later. Now everyone's favorite part, I have a love-hate relationship with nail stickers. They are so much fun. I have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of super cheap, very adorable nail stickers that come in handy for things like this where I did not trust myself with my shaky hands to paint little bitty pieces of candy on my middle nail. But I have so many adorable Halloween candy stickers. So that's what I did here. The love-hate relationship comes into they are such a pain in the ass to work with. If you have the ability, girl, paint it, please. More power to you. I just couldn't do it. So I used my adorable little nail stickers. I love the way that they end up looking. These are just for me. I feel like this is fine. I feel it is important that you really squish that bitch down on that nail. That's why I take my little, I don't even know what those are called, my little squincher, and make sure that the sticker is squinched all the way around. I get in those edges, and that's what you're seeing here. And slap a top coat. Slap a top coat on that bitch. Get in the nooks and crannies. I don't know if that is the proper way to put a top coat on stickers, but that is how I do it. I haven't had them peel up in a very long time, so I feel like it's working at least. Whether it's proper or not, it is working, and that's my motto, I guess. Now the super duper fun part, you think stickers are a pain in the ass. Lovely, lovely striping tape. Comes in so handy despite how much of a pain it can be to use. I can't paint a straight line to save my life. I can't draw a straight line to save my life, let alone paint it on a tiny nail. So I love using striping tape, especially for Halloween. The orange and black stripes scream Halloween to me. You know, if you're doing like a Beetlejuice vibe or a Jack Skellington vibe, striping tape is so handy for those kinds of aesthetics. And again, squint it down. Squint that bitch down. And now that all of my stripes are placed, I'm just going to, again, slather one coat black over the top. Again, it is one coat black, so this is not really necessary with the specific color, but I do like to make sure it is globbed on there nice and evenly. I still try to make it even though it is thick and wet, but you want to make sure it's completely covered. That way you don't have to try to restripe your nail. And then with your tweezers that absolutely need to be cleaned, rip those little pieces of tape off, and voila, you have stripes. Now, I should have placed one more piece of striping tape on this nail, and you will see me fix that in just a moment. Thankfully, as long as your polish is wet, you can still fix it like I did here. That's also part of the reason that I like to glob it on when I'm doing striping tape or something like that, because if I peel it up and I messed it up, the nail polish is still wet enough because I put so much on there that I can then just wipe some of it off. Thankfully, I do have to do that quite often, which is also why you'll see me use acrylic paint in just a moment. I repeated the stripes on the opposite nail and didn't have to fix it because I learned my lesson from the first time. So here is the acrylic paint. It's just cheap craft paint. This came from the Dollar General that's right down the road from me. I got that idea from Simply Nailogical probably, I don't know, 8 years ago at this point. And it is genius, especially if, like I've said already, I have shaky hands. I make mistakes with teeny tiny details quite a bit. The easiest way to fix those little details that you mess up is by using acrylic paint, because A, you can just wet it and wipe it off. It's water-based. Or you can wait till it's dry, take a toothpick and just scrape it off of your nail, as long as you do a top coat before you start putting the acrylic paint on. But if you will notice throughout a lot of my nail videos, I do use acrylic paint quite a lot when I do want to do little details like these adorable jack-o'-lantern nails. And then, of course, you slap a top coat on top. Again, that really just seals it in. You want to slap the top coat on there, wrap the tip, all of that. Now I'm taking Holo Taco Matte Taco. This is by far my favorite matte top coat ever. Granted, I've only used like 3 and this was the 3rd one. It's never failed me. I love it so much. And I just thought these nails would look best with the matte finish. And there we go. Matte Halloween nails. I love these so much. I love the little candy horn. I love my little stripes. I love my adorable little jack-o'-lanterns that I look at every day. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I was so nervous making this first video, and if you're watching it, I cannot tell you how much I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Hopefully I will have another one very soon. If you enjoyed this one, please like and subscribe maybe. That is free. And watch out for more nail sets and hopefully more hobbies coming soon. Okay, thank you.